Okay, so you can see we've got a file here, which is essentially a list of company names in a text file. You can see company names like Snowflake spelled different ways, Amazon represented different ways, Microsoft represented different ways. So this can, of course, cause some significant problems when doing any type of data analysis, when trying to match data across multiple data sets. It's a difficult challenge to be able to identify entities that are the same where the data is not normalized. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use the Interzoid batch tool to quickly append something called similarity keys to each one of these records. Those are created or generated by using AI in many forms, using specialized algorithms, knowledge bases. A lot of different things are used to generate that similarity key. And the entire purpose of generating a key is having a basis for matching data that is very similar rather than using the actual data itself. And that helps you overcome inconsistencies. So how we're going to do that is here, this API we're going to use is the company name matching API. And we're going to use column 1, and since there is only one column, that's an easy choice. The current algorithm we're going to use, and you can see the different algorithms here on the API's homepage. We're going to use one called Model V3 Wide, and I've explained in more detail on that page. The input file is a CSV file. Even though it's only one column, that's fine. We're going to use a local file, and so I'm just going to choose that here. It's a file called companies, the one that I just showed you. And the output file type is a CSV, and we'll scroll down, and that's all we have to do. We've chosen the API, the file, and the column number we're going to use as the basis for our matching. Click Run. Give it a second on the parallel processing platform. And for each one of these records, the API was called and a similarity key was generated. So you can see Snowflake here in different forms generated the same similarity key. Same with Amazon, different versions of Google, all the same similarity key. IBM, the same, International Business Machines. So the idea is that every permutation of a company name generates a canonical similarity key, and that similarity key becomes the basis for a match rather than the data itself. And that's how you can really overcome a lot of these data inconsistencies. Again, it's accessible via an API call, but the nice thing about this batch tool is that it eliminates all of the web latency you would experience calling the API one at a time. So using an entire file eliminates that latency. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, it does show you the actual batch API call that was used, including the function name. If, for example, you might want to embed this into something else and run it over and over on a daily basis, whatever the case may be, it demonstrates for you how that can be done. But if you don't want to do that, if you're happy with these results and want to sort them somewhere else in a file such as Excel, or you want to use these similarity keys, again, this is a short file, but the batch tool can handle tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of records and identify duplicate records or use these similarity keys as a basis of a match. That's it. You can try it out. Go to batch.interzoid.com. Or interzoid.com and sign up for an API key, and you can start processing and identifying inconsistent data in any of your data sets.